Today we're going to be going through a full body flow. All you need is yourself and your mat, and let's get straight into it. So we're going to start in a child's pose. So you want your feet together. Now I want you to have your knees pretty narrow, so only have them about hip distance apart. And then we're going to lay forward, reaching your hands as far forward as you can, resting down. We're just going to hold here, take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And then take another deep breath in through your nose. As you do, you're going to roll up, rounding through your spine, separate your feet, and we're going to hold here. You're going to rock back and forth, keeping that back nice and rounded. Keep pressing through your hands, pressing through the top of your t-shirt, keeping that nice round spine as you rock back and forth for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to rock all the way forward. Start to drop your hips, arch your back, look up to the ceiling, really pressing up out of those hands, holding in your cobra here for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want you to tuck your toes, lift your knees up off the mat, and then press your hips up nice and high so you're in your pike. Dropping your chest down towards the mat, keep pressing those hips up towards the ceiling, and let's just pedal your heels out here one at a time. Dropping each heel down towards the mat, really pressing it down and away. That's it. We're just going to hold here for another 5. Keep pressing that chest down towards the mat. You've got another 2. And 1. Press both heels down and away. Get those hips up as high as you can. And then we're going to come forward, dropping your knees down to the mat, bringing your hands under your shoulders so you're in a 4-point kneel. We're coming into our thread the needle. Opening your right arm up to the ceiling, eye gaze follows your hand. You're going to thread it down underneath your left arm. Drop your shoulder to the mat, holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Press back up. Open that arm back up to the side. Eye gaze follows your hand, and then we thread all the way back down and through, holding here on the mat for another 3, 2, and 1. Press yourself back up, open your arm up to the ceiling, and let's thread down and through again, holding here at the bottom for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press yourself back up to all fours. Let's take it over to the other side, opening your left arm up to the ceiling, eye gaze follows that hand, and then we thread all the way down and through. Drop your shoulder to the mat, holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Press yourself back up, opening your arm up to the side, and then thread down and through, holding down here for 3, 2, and 1. Press all the way back up, open, eye gaze follows your hand, hold down here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pressing yourself back up to all fours. So again, just making sure your hands are under your shoulders, knees under your hips. You've got a nice neutral spine. Going to bring your knees in a little bit closer together. And then from here, you're going to extend your left leg straight out behind you, lift it up in line with your hips, and then draw your knee back down to the mat. Extend out behind, lift, and then drop it back down, draw your knee back in. You're here for another 6. Keeping those hips as square as you can to the mat. Keep your eye gaze just down in front of you, not dropping your head down. You want to keep a nice straight line from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Here for another 3. Let's go for 2. Nice pointed toes. We're going to extend and hold. Keep that leg straight out behind you. Take your right arm, reach it out nice and long in front, and then you're going to tap both foot and hand down to the mat. Lift them straight back up. We tap straight down and lift straight up. Here for another 5. Go for 4, 3, 2. Last one. You're going to lift arm and leg up and hold, holding nice and strong here. We're going to draw your elbow in to meet your knee, really round through your back, and then extend everything out nice and long, reaching through your fingers and toes. Elbow to knee, you round through your spine, extend everything long, reach in here. Let's go for another 4. You've got 3. 2. And last one. We're going to extend and hold. Holding nice and still here. Press up out of your left hand. Nice straight line in your body. We're here for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hand back under your shoulder. Drop your legs straight out behind you. We've got our push-up with leg lift. So we're coming down, bringing your nose towards the mat. Your leg lifts up behind you, and then press back up, lower your leg. Now you want to try keep your weight evenly distributed through both hands here. Try not to let yourself sink to the side as you come down into your push-up. So keep that weight through both hands as we come down and up. Here for another 4. Let's go for 3. You've got 2. And last one like this. Press back up. Drop those toes to the mat and press your heel away. Nice calf stretch here. Just holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw your knee back to the mat. We'll take it straight over to the other side. So you're going to extend your right leg straight out behind you, lift it up in line with your hip, and then drop your leg back down, draw your knee back to the mat. Extending out long behind you and lift. Draw it back down to the mat. Again, make sure that head's not drooping. You've got a nice line from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Keep pressing up out of those hands, keeping your arms nice and straight. And try to keep your hips as square as you can to the mat here for another 3. We've got 2. Last one here, extend and hold. Reach your arm long out in front of you. We're going to tap your hand down to the mat as well as your foot, and then lift arm and leg back up. It's a tap down and up. Straight down and up. Keep reaching through those fingers and toes. Here for another 3, 2, and last one. You're going to lift and hold. Draw your knee to elbow round through your spine as you come in, and then extend everything out nice and long. Knee to elbow. We draw in round your back, extend out long. Here for 4. Go for 3. 2. And last one. Extend out nice and long, holding here still. That's it. Keep reaching through your fingers and toes for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hand under your shoulder. Drop that leg long out behind you. You've got your push-up with leg lift. So coming down, think nose to mat. Lift that leg up behind you, and then press back up. Keeping that weight evenly through both hands. Coming down and pressing up. We're here for another 5. Go for 4. 3.
2, and last one. Press yourself up. Drop those toes down and then press your heel back into the mat here for a nice calf stretch. Just holding for 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knee back to the mat. We're going to come up now into a little thigh series. So we're up on our knees. You're going to reach your hands out in front of you. Squeezing your glutes, keep a nice straight line in your body as you hinge backwards. Then we come back up nice and tall. Sink your bottom back to your heels. Swing your arms behind you as you lean forward. Then we come back up. Arms come out in front. Squeeze your glutes. Press your hips forward as you lean back. Come back up nice and tall. Sit back towards your heels. Swing those arms back. Coming back up. We've got another 4. Let's go for 3. 2 more. Try not to sink that bottom back as you come back. Lean back, nice straight line. And last one like this. Hinge back. Come up nice and tall. Lean forward, sit back. And then we come all the way back up into your thigh stretch. Reaching your arms out in front. Lean back here. We hold. You lift your right arm up and bring it down. Left arm up and down. Keep squeezing those glutes. Pressing your hips forward for another 3, 2, and 1. Come up nice and tall. Whew. Let's sit back towards those heels. Swing your arms back. You're leaning forward here. Circle your arms up overhead and then draw them back down and tap behind your back. Circling up overhead. Pull your shoulder blades together as you draw them down and around. We're here for another 4. Go for 3, 2, and last one. Bring those hands back around behind your back, sitting up nice and tall again. You're going to take your hands behind your head now. So elbows are out nice and wide. We're up nice and tall. We're going to twist to the left. Extend your arms out to the side. Come back to center and twist. Twist to the right. Extend your arms out. Bring them back behind your head. Twist back to center. We keep taking it side to side. Extend your arms. Bend and twist. We extend, bend, and twist for another 2 and 1. Twist all the way back to the other side. Extend your arms out. You're going to lean back. Take your hand to your heel behind you. Reach your other arm up to the ceiling. Then we come back up nice and tall. Bend your hands back behind your head. Twist over to the other side. We extend. Lean back, reach up. Come back up nice and tall. Bend your elbows. Twist back around. We're here for another 4. Reach back, press those hips forward. Come back up nice and tall. Bend your elbows. Twist to the other side. You've got 3. Go for 2. Last one here. Extend, lean back and reach. Come back up nice and tall. Bend, and then we twist back to the front. Take your hands back down to the mat. We're back into your 4-point kneel here. We're going to start with our donkey kick. So make sure hands under shoulders, knees under hips, neutral spine. You're going to come up onto the ball of your toes of your left foot, so your foot's nice and flexed. Take that foot up behind you like you're high-fiving the ceiling, knees bent, and then drop your knee back down to the mat. We press up and down, up and down, keeping those hips as square as you can to the mat. We're here for another 6, 5. Keep pressing up out of those hands for 4. Don't let your shoulders sink down for 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knee back down to the mat. You're going to drop down to your right forearm, right elbow, keeping that left arm up nice and straight. We're coming into our fire hydrant. Your leg lifts up to the side and comes back down to the mat. Up to the side and down. You want to keep your knee up in line with your foot here. So try not to let your knee sink down as you open or your foot drop down. Nice straight line here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg back down. We're going to come back into your donkey kick. So we're still down on your right elbow. You take your leg out behind you, donkey kick, bring it back down to the mat. We take it out to the side, fire hydrant. Take it back behind you, donkey kick, out to the side, fire hydrant. Keep alternating here for another 6. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and last set like this. Then we're going to bring it into our circles. So we take it up to your donkey kick, around to your fire hydrant, and then bring it back down to the mat. Donkey kick, knee leads over to your fire hydrant and back down to your mat. Let's go for another 4. Donkey, fire, and down. Let your knee lead the way here, like it's drawing a big circle. For another 2. And last one like this. And then we're going to change directions. Take it out to your fire hydrant, back to your donkey, and down to the mat. Fire hydrant, donkey, down to the mat. Go for another 4. Again, let that knee draw a big circle. For another 3. 2. And last one like this. Drawing that knee back down to the mat. We're going to press back up to both hands. We've got alternating push-ups with leg lift. So you're going to extend your left leg out behind you, nose to mat as you push up and come back down. Take your other leg out behind you. Press down, push up, knee comes back to mat. Keep alternating legs, lifting and lowering. If the legs are too much, just go with your push-ups with both knees to the mat. We're alternating here for another 5. Again, make sure that weight is evenly distributed in both hands. For another 3, 2, and last one. Pressing yourself back up. We're going to take it to the other side. So you've got your donkey kick with your right foot. Tuck those toes. Nice flexed foot. You're going to high five the ceiling with your foot and then draw your knee back to the mat. Coming up and down. You've got that nice bend in your knee the whole time. Don't let that head drop down. We're here for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your leg back down to the mat. You're going to drop down to your left forearm now. So left elbow down on the mat. Keep your right arm nice and straight. You've got your fire hydrant. Right leg opens to the side and comes back down. Up and down. Open and close. For another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knee back down. We've got 1 donkey kick, 1 fire hydrant. Take it out to your donkey kick, over to your fire hydrant. Donkey kick, fire hydrant, donkey kick, fire hydrant. Here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one like this, fire hydrant and back down. Now we've got those circles. We go donkey kick to fire hydrant, come back down. Donkey kick, fire hydrant, back down. Let that knee draw a circle. This comes around and down for another 3, 2, and last one like this. Coming back down, we reverse it. Take it out to your fire hydrant, back to your donkey, down to the mat. Fire hydrant, donkey, down to the mat for another 4. Drawing that circle with your knee for 3, 2, and last one. Coming back down. Press back up to both hands. Take your knees out nice and wide. And let's just sink back to a child's pose here. Reaching your hands out in front. Take a couple of deep breaths. Inhale through your nose. Long exhale through your mouth. Go for one more here. Big inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. And then we're going to come sit up. We're going to come back into a little core half roll back series. So you're going to come sit towards the front of your mat. You're going to have your feet flat to the mat, knees bent. We're going to reach your hands out in front, belly button to spine. We come into our half roll back. As you do, draw your hands in towards your chest, extend them out to a T, bring them back to center, and then reach them out in front as you sit up nice and tall. Belly button to spine, roll back halfway and hold. Open your arms out to the side, bring them back to center. Come sit up nice and tall. We're here for another 4. Round and roll back. Open your arms, close, sit up nice and tall. Go for 3. 2. Last one like this. Come sit back up nice and tall, reach your arms long. We round and roll back and hold. Pull those hands into your chest. As you open your arms, you're going to kick your right leg out long. Bend as your hands come back into your chest. Left leg kicks as your arms open. Come back in. Alternating here for another 4. Go for 3. If the legs are too much, just do your arms for another 2. And 1. Bring your hands back in. Come sit up nice and tall. And you can just fold forward here for a moment. All right, from here, you're going to rock back onto your elbows. Take your legs up to tabletop. Now I want you to make sure you're pressing up out of your shoulders. Don't sink down like this. So keep your chest lifted the whole time. It's a tap down with your right foot. Bring your leg back up to tabletop. Left foot taps and lifts. Alternating sides as you tap your foot down and up, down and up. Holding like this for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You've got double legs. Tap and lift. Keep holding that core strong. Try not to let your belly press out. Keep it nice and flat. Keep a nice straight line from your tailbone to your shoulders. Here for another 3, 2, and 1. Holding your legs up nice and still. We're just holding here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your feet down. I want you to press up onto your hands. Your fingertips are going to be facing towards your feet. You're going to press yourself up, lifting your hips up to the ceiling, look up at the ceiling, and then drop your bottom back down to the mat. We press up, squeeze those glutes as you lift, and then drop yourself back down. Coming up and down. We're here for another 4. Go for 3. 2. On your next one, we press up and hold. Hold those hips up, looking up to the ceiling. Keep pressing your hips up, squeezing your glutes. We're here for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your hips back down. Take your feet a bit further out in front. We're sitting up nice and tall again, reaching your arms out in front. Coming back to those half roll backs. Belly button to spine, we round and roll back. Take your hands overhead. Open your arms out to the side. Bring them back up to center. Come sit up nice and tall. Round and roll back, arms come up overhead. Open your arms, close, sit up nice and tall. We've got another 4. You've got 3. 2. 'Last one like this, we're going to hold back. Just open and close your arms. Here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring them up. Come sit up nice and tall. We're going to come back into our rolling like a ball. So you're going to bring yourself up to the front of the mat. Draw your legs in nice and tight. I want you to really hold them into your body here. Chin to chest, you want to have a nice curved back. So make sure you've got the roundest spine that you can here. We're going to roll back. It's head to mat and toes to mat. Round and roll back, head to mat, toes to mat. We're here for another 5. Go for 4. We're going to come into our rolling like a ball. So we're going to make a nice round ball shape with your body. So pulling your legs in nice and tight. You want to make sure you've got the nicest, roundest back that you can here. So chin to chest, head down. We're going to roll back. Think head to mat, toes to mat. Let's just go for another 2. Round that back as you roll back. Come up nice and tall. Go for another 1. And coming up, you're going to extend your legs out in front of you. Reach down to your feet. And then we're going to pull your legs back into your chest. Nice round ball. As you rock back, come up nice and tall. Reach those legs out in front. Reach to your feet. Draw it all back into your ball. We rock back. Coming back up. Reach your legs. Reach to your feet. Draw it back in. We've got another 2. Reach your legs long. Reach to your feet. Draw it back into your ball. Last one. Coming back up. Reach your legs long. Reach to your feet. Hold in here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come sit up nice and tall. Bringing your back nice and straight, reaching your arms out in front, and then it's belly button to spine. We slowly roll all the way down. Extend your hands overhead, just stretching through your fingers and toes. And then you're going to bring your feet up to the mat, hands down by your side. We're coming into your bridges. So you want your feet to be about hip distance apart and about a hand's length away from your bottom. You're going to squeeze your glutes, press your hips straight up to the ceiling, and then drop them straight down. We're coming up and down. Up and down. Keep squeezing those glutes to help you lift. Pressing through your hands on the mat to help get yourself up. Here for another 3, 2, press and hold on 1. You're going to lift your left heel up off the mat and drop it down. Right heel up and down. Alternating heel lifts. Keep squeezing those glutes. Don't let your hips drop. We're here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your hips back down to the mat. Hug your knees into your chest. Give them a nice little squeeze. And then take your feet back to the mat, hands back down by your side. We're coming straight back up. Squeeze your glutes, press your hips straight up, and drop them down. Coming up and down. Here for another 5. Go for 4, 3, 2, hold up on 1. Holding your hips up, keep squeezing those glutes. It's a double heel lift and lower. Lift and lower for another 6. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold up on 1. Hold those heels up. Little pulses. Pulsing your hips to the ceiling. Up, up, up. We're here for another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your hips down. Hug your knees into your chest. Just squeeze them in nice and tight here. If it feels good, you can give yourself a little rock from side to side. All right, we're on the home stretch. We're nearly done. So from here, both your knees are into your chest. You're pulling them in nice and tight. Holding here for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend your left leg out long as you curl up, hugging your right knee into your chest, and then draw your knee back in, lower down. Extend your right leg, curl up, pull your left knee in, bring it back in, lower down. Here for another 4. Go for 3, 2. Last one. You're going to keep your head up here and we just alternate legs. Keep that chest up. Keep your shoulder blades up off the mat, using your grip on your knee to keep pulling yourself up. We're here for another 10. Let's go for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring both knees back in. Lower yourself back down. We're going to take your hands down beside you on the mat. Feet are flat to the mat. We're going to come into a little bunny hop. So I want you to think knees to chest. You're going to bring your feet up off the mat, rock back, and then slowly roll back down. Bring your feet back to the mat. So it's a little hop, pressing yourself up off the mat, get that lower back up, and then slowly roll back down. Feet come back to the mat. Really press through your hands here to help lift yourself up and roll over, and then slowly roll back down. We're here for another 4. Press through those hands, hop and lift. Coming all the way back down. Go for 3. Control your roll down. You've got 2. Keep that back nice and round as you slowly roll all the way back down. And last one like this, coming over, and we slowly roll all the way back down. Feet back to the mat. Give yourself a couple of knee swipes here. Dropping from side to side. We'll just stay here for another 5. All right, we're gonna finish it off now. So you're gonna bring your legs straight up to the ceiling, hands down by your side. It's a little rock back again. So you're trying to get your tailbone up off the mat as you rock back, and then slowly lower yourself down. Just make it what you can here, even if it's the smallest movement, just a little lift and lower. You're just trying to get that tailbone up off the mat. Feet come overhead and back down. Up and down. We're just here for another 5. Really use your hands on the mat to help press yourself up and control yourself down for another 3. Go for 2. And last one. You're going to slowly lower down and then slowly take straight legs all the way down towards the mat. Take your time. Really challenge yourself here. How far down can you get them? Hold that core nice and strong and take them all the way down to the mat. Relax here. Reach your hands overhead. Just stretch through your fingers and toes. Deep breath in through your nose. Long exhale through your mouth. Draw your right knee into your chest. Hug it in nice and tight. And then we're just going to twist it over to the left side of your body. Take your right arm out to the side, twist to the side, and look over at your hand. Keep your left hand on your knee, just holding it over in your twist. And then let's just come back to center. Draw your left knee into your chest. Extend your right leg out nice and long. And then let's take your left leg over to the right side of your body. Nice big twist here. Reaching your left arm out to the side. Keep your hand on your right knee to hold that knee down in your twist. And then we're going to come back to center, hugging both knees into your chest here, squeezing them in nice and tight as you can. And then just bring yourself up to a seated position, and we're all done.